Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Diamond Painting and Stitching with Laura. And today is Mystery Saturday. Let's see what we're going to do. Get them all mixed up. Not a clue about today. Don't have any feelings or what we're going to do. So we'll just pick one. And the winner is Sparrow, which is his eye is on the sparrow. I will be back with his eyes on the sparrow. See you in a few. Alright, I am back. And I've decided... oh geez, I don't know if you can even see this. Hang on. I have to figure out where I'm at. Okay, we are... hold it real still. We're going to be working on this little deer. Put him over there so you can see him. Right there, because it's right below the one that we did the other day. So hang in there. Whoops. And of course I have to hit it. You would be disappointed if I did not hit that thing. So sorry. So sorry. And I am using DMC number 610. So how's everybody doing? Is everybody having a good weekend and getting a lot done and having a good time? That's what weekends are for. I just haven't had a regular weekend off, and I can't even begin to tell you when I didn't work a weekend. Well, not since I started this job. So it's been many a month. Many months. I worked a little bit last night on the linen and thread sampler. And that's about all I did. All I was capable of working on. I maybe worked about 45 minutes. I know it wasn't an hour. It takes me a while, and just absolutely love working on that 16 count. And if I could, I'd probably buy a couple yards of that material because it is just wonderful to stitch on. So, I don't know. I told you there's another one at Linen and Threads that I want to do. It was, I think it's a 2017, stitch along. Oh, it's just gorgeous. And it's done, I want to say, in bands. So, I don't know. I have to look at it closer. So, we will see if that ever materializes. But it's on my hit parade. And I put this in the hoop so hopefully you can see it easier, and turned on my light, which always helps. It feels so weird to stitch. This is 14 count Ada that I'm stitching on for this. That's what I got. It's like an off-white. I have no idea where, who, what, when. I got it at 123 Stitch, of course, but I don't know whose it is. I think it's Charles Craft, actually. I'm not real sure. It's really nice. It's just 14 count. And I'm using 2 threads, because we went through that little episode, if y'all remember. And frogging it out, so I wanted it in 2 threads at the time, so. And it's turning out okay. Hell, it works for me. Just keep stitching, just keep stitching. Trying to get his antlers done here, so it doesn't take too long to work on it. Like I said, if you knock off a couple, motifs a day, you'd have this thing done in no time, because it's just full of little motifs. It's just, but I like that part. I really do like that part. It makes you feel like, I guess, that you accomplished something. And it's not so hopeless, Sometimes I work on stuff and I think, Jesus, I am not getting any of this done, but finally, it does work out in the end. And this is something you don't have to worry about you worry about your count, but, if you can just do the motif, okay, and then just go on to the next. It's great. I love that part. I've been watching some of people have had lives, some people have just, what do you call it? Hang on, I gotta figure out where I'm at. Been taking videos at the Nashville market. Oh my God. Some of that stitching, it's like somebody said, I can't remember who it was, they could start today and never be that good at stitching. It's amazing. It's just, I can't fathom, and I'll never catch up, so I might as well get over it, and just keep stitching. I think the more you stitch, the better at it you get. What is going on here? I love these needles, but some days it gets a little much. Where am I? But just some of the most beautiful needlework in the world. I mean, it should be all put on, like exhibited, if you will, at a museum or something. The time, I mean, you think about the time that it took everybody to do all these things, and it's just, it's amazing to me. Maybe I just don't have that much stick-to-itness, It's all beautiful to me, and I want all the things, and there'll never, ever, ever, ever be enough time. Sometimes that's a little disheartening, Okay, now where am I going? I gotta go right here. We got his antlers done. We're starting on his head here. And I put this in a hoop for this, just so it stays steady in one place and I'm not trying to pick it up. I think that was half my problem, and you couldn't see what I was stitching. Some of them I can put in hoops and some not so much, like yin and yang. I can't do that. Or those, because they're just too stiff to get in a frame, a hoop. You could put them in a frame, a squirrel frame. I have to see where I'm at. Okay, go back. All right. But I've figured I've got about close to 10 projects going at one time that I'm working on, and I'll put those all in rotation and, work on whatever goal I set for each one. And that way I can work on something different each day, or, until my little goal is met, instead of hopping around. And sometimes I like to work on things, and sometimes not so much. So but I can at least go down a list and do the things for each one. I gotta see where that stops. Okay, that's what I thought. Excuse me. Well, there's exciting news. I know, not for everybody, but exciting news. My daughter called me right as I was getting out of work last night, and they go have bingo every Friday night at the VFW here in town, or American Legion, one of them. And she's been going for years. And she won the big prize. She won like $1,200. last night. And bingo. We were just ecstatic. And her husband won 80. So I thought that was pretty cool. She was all excited. She goes, "No, I don't know what to buy." I'm like, "Well, figure it out." I told her to get something for herself, you know. But as mothers, we tend not to do that. Okay. I have to see where I'm at. Sorry, guys. I keep looking over here. It's going better. I can stitch better on these counted ones on a video. So I finally adapted to that. That took a quick moment. And I did change my needle out to a 28. Where is this 28 been? 28 size needle or whatever. Number 28. We got his head done, guys. Hey, vey. That was a piece of work. I decided to do him all in one color. Just for the sheer hell of it. I may overstitch or put a little dot there for his eye with a, what do you call it? Oh, Lord, help me. A French knot. Jeez. I could do French knots till I was blue in the face when I was younger. Now, not so much. Did I miss? So like I said, I'm working on the linen and thread things. I'm about, I'd say a little over halfway done with January. So yeah, I'll be behind the whole year. No, I won't. I'll just keep going. But it's really fun to stitch on. And I like the idea that it's only one color. I'm beginning to like these one color things. I don't know, they could be addicting. But I don't think I'll ever abandon all my DMC floss, because that's what drew me to it in the first place, was all the different colors and all the possibilities. And it was like painting. When I painted, I must have had 90 bottles of paint just so I could, vary it up and get different what do you call them, hues and stuff. I gotta get rid of this thread because it's getting too short here. Hey, but we got his neck and his head done. Ain't he cool? He is so cool. I always wanted a deer. I want that one called Red Deer. It's got the two deer. Well, there's a couple, I think, that have deer at the bottom, but I just think they look pretty cool. And there's one that the lady from Country Stitchers is doing. I think it's a Christmas one. I don't remember, but there's a great big deer in the middle of the whole thing. I was like, oh, holy cow. I don't know. I haven't hit upon something that's a solid, huge thing like that. I think it's Brenda Gervais that did the one with the rabbit, in the middle of the picture. And it's like a great big huge rabbit, and then there's some stuff around it. I think that's Brenda Gervais. I think. Oh my God. All these names. I'm going to have lists after this is all over. Oh, just hang on. I got to get my needle threader or we ain't going to make it. So yeah, I like this one too. Just because it's got all different kinds of things. You never get bored. I mean, you might get bored doing the, what do you call it, the border or whatever. But the inside, it's just so interesting. You just don't know what you're going to stitch next, Like the deer. I just picked it, because it was there. I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get down to the line. You see where my goal is here? Here's the line, and here's the deer. So I've just got, oh yeah, I got like 3 more things. I just kind of avoiding this because it's so big. But look at that big deer. Wouldn't it pretty? There's another one over there. Yeah. Because you can just go from one thing to the next. I love this. So that's why I'm considering the lilies. Sorry, I worked that in there well, didn't I? Sorry. But, it's another one like that. I just, you get a little bored on something, come over here and do a couple motifs, Get you away from whatever it is you're working on and concentrating so hard. I think sometimes we concentrate way too hard and then you get burnt out. So that's why I keep going from one thing to the next, because I'm scared to death I'll get burnt out. And I don't want that to happen, because I love these projects. These, yeah, I'm getting a big love list going. But, and things that eventually I want to see done. But, it's not a rush. It's not a race. Just do it, If it brings you joy, do it. Because life is too short for it not to bring you joy. And, yeah. Learn that. Just do what you want. We're getting there, guys. See, now, why couldn't that cow, I am stuck on this freaking cow up here. Why couldn't the cow have all have been just one freaking color? Would have made it so much easier. I mean, I like them, but the symbols are pretty close, and it's kind of hard for me to look and see at the same time and concentrate where, I want it to be. Okay, light, get a life. It's kind of cloudy today, so it's not shedding too much light on everything. Okay, where am I? Okay. We're getting down to almost his chest here. So I'll go back and work on the cow another day. I just, okay. Don't feel like it. I got my colors here. In fact, the cow is partially this color. It's a pretty brown. Oh no, I guess he's a lighter brown. Sorry, I lied. Never mind. I'm looking at the other brown. That's the spots on the cow. Sometimes you just need simple. And I think it helps the eye when you look at a piece to be able to rest on something that's plain and not so complicated. Like the peacock. It's got lots of colors in it. I just wanted to stitch that puppy. Okay, we got that part done. Okay, where are we going? 1, 2, 3, 4. What? And then 5. We're starting on his back, guys. Oh, I picked 221 for the color that I'm stitching the linen and threads with. And it's the same red that's in this. So I will have to probably order a box of that so that I have enough. But I think it's pretty red. It looks really good on that brown, dark tan-ish color that I got. I didn't want anything too bright, because you got to look at it for all year. And when it's too bright, sometimes it bothers my eyes. I'm having to go up and down because I'm going backwards here. Sometimes I can't turn my hoop, so at this point I can when I'm by myself, but when I'm trying to keep it in frame, what is the problem here? There we go. Trying to move my light around so I can see what the heck. 1, 2. And then we got to get this back across. So, at least today's a short day. I get off at 9 o'clock, thank God. Last night I thought it was never going to end. And then it just quit. I mean, it finally got quiet, and just a few people coming and going. I had to see where I was going. Sorry about that. Ah. Whoops. Oh, Molly says hi. She's barking at the neighbors again. Molly! Molly! Oh yeah, she's giving me hell because she wants to bark. Got this material. There's a wad of it down here. Sorry about that. I had to rearrange. It was causing it to be kind of heavy. It kept slipping off the table. All right. I didn't tighten that up a whole lot. I like this hoop. It's kind of nice. It doesn't, fabric doesn't slip usually. I just hadn't tightened it. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all have a good rest of your Saturday and a good rest of your weekend. God bless. Bye-bye.